I'm a little bit embarrassed by my finances sometimes. I feel like I don't have it all under control. This will be my 4th year of averaging $500,000 a year. I've never had a budget, and every time I log into my bank account, I feel anxious. I know that's something I need to do a little bit better of a job at. I'm Monica Church, and you're watching Millennial Money. I have 3 streams of income: my YouTube channel, my real estate agent business, and a new endeavor for me is coaching. I average about $250,000 a year on YouTube now, and about $250,000 as a real estate agent. The median price point I work with is right around $800,000, but I'll really help anyone at any price point. My typical commission check could be anywhere from $10,000 if I'm splitting it with another agent, up to my highest commission check was $36,000. I just started coaching, and my first month I made $10,000. My time probably would be better spent just focusing in on one career, but I am passionate about many things, and I really like having the multiple streams of income. On average, my pre-tax income is $40,000 a month. After taxes, it's closer to $29,000 a month. My expenses are at least around $8,000 a month. My biggest expense is my mortgage. My mortgage is $3,800 a month, but I've never actually paid that full $3,800. When I first moved in, I actually had roommates in 2 bedrooms. So one paid $1,150 a month and one paid $1,000 a month, and I paid the difference. Now I live here with my boyfriend. He pays me $1,500 in rent, and I pay the $2,300 in difference. The average rule for how much you should spend on rent or a mortgage is 30% of your income. I don't spend anywhere near that. That is changing though, because I am in contract on a house with my boyfriend in Palm Springs, California. The mortgage on that home is going to be $6,100 a month. In total, I'm going to have close to $10,000 in mortgages. It will be split with one other person, so I will be accounting for $5,000 a month in mortgages. I'm going to live in Seattle for 6 months of the year and California for 6 months of the year. I know so many people work all of their lives to be able to do this whole snowbird thing, live wherever they want, and I realize how privileged and fortunate that I am to do this at 28 years old, and I pinch myself every day, and it's not something that I take for granted. I do also own a home in Palm Springs with my sister Shelby. It's an Airbnb, and we use it as an investment property. It doesn't quite break even, and on average, I pay $500 a month for it. I don't really spend that much money on clothes and makeup. Once a quarter, basically the change of seasons, I'll feel the need to get some new clothes to refresh my wardrobe, and I'll spend on average $1,500 on this shopping trip. This is pretty much all I wear, is a mix of this pant with this style of shirt. I like to think I'm pretty low maintenance with self-care. This accounts for makeup, hairstyling products, getting my hair done, which I do about twice a year. I used to get my eyelashes done, but I gave that up a couple of years ago. I don't get my nails done, and my eyebrows I get threaded for $12 about every 2 months. And that's pretty much it. My health insurance is $13 a month. It is a catastrophic plan, so if something horrible happened to me, I would have to pay $16,000 out of pocket, and then the rest would be covered. I do have enough money in an emergency fund where if something did happen, I would be okay, and it wouldn't be a huge hit to my finances. Between me and my boyfriend, we have 3 dogs, but I'm financially responsible for 2 of them. People are so quick to get a pet, but not really think about how much that's gonna cost them. My dogs cost me on average probably about $150 to $200 a month. The biggest expense is their grooming. This costs on average $125. Other expenses with my dog would include treats, some toys, and food. You should always also have an emergency fund for your pet. I'm pretty sure every pet that I've grown up with, there's always been some expensive vet trip. $150 a month on subscriptions. My main subscriptions are actually business expenses. Storyblocks.com is probably my most expensive subscription. This is $70 a month and it is stock footage. Even just one clip a month that saves me time is worth it to pay the $70 a month. I really try to not do paid subscription models because sometimes I do them and I forget about them. I absolutely hate them. Unfortunately, I went through my finances recently and found I was paying $5,000 a year in subscriptions, and a lot of them were things that I didn't know about and forgot about. It's so hard to track these all down that what I did was I actually called and I reported my credit card as lost so that all of the subscriptions would cancel and I would have a clean slate, because it was honestly just so overwhelming to figure out. I'm a little bit embarrassed by my finances sometimes. I feel like I don't have it all under control. I've never had a budget, and every time I log into my bank account, I feel anxious. I know that's something I need to do a little bit better of a job at. On average, I spend probably $1,300 a month on food. I think me and my boyfriend go out once a week for a nice meal. We'll split a bottle of wine, we'll get appetizers, you know, we'll do the whole thing, and the bill comes out to be like $200 every time. It's not that I don't like to cook, but I just don't like the time that it takes to cook. My guilty pleasure spending habit is on my small collection of wine. I have wine subscriptions to some wineries where the bottles cost on average $50. I don't drink that every day, but I do have a collection of my nice wines. Yes, I can absolutely taste the difference between a good bottle and a bad bottle. My favorite hobby would be golf. If you like to golf, it deserves its own category in your budget because golfing is expensive. This adds up really quickly. One round of golf can easily cost you $100. I really don't golf much when I'm in Seattle, but when I'm in the desert, I like to golf at least once or twice a week. 2 years ago, I bought my dream car. It is a Porsche Macan GTS. It has red leather seats. It cost me $70,000. I put $25,000 down on it. So I have a monthly payment of $655 on that car, and insurance is $159. I've loved having that car, but I'm actually going to sell it soon because I have an Airstream trailer and I need to buy something that can pull it. In 2020, I bought a vintage Airstream trailer that me and my dad started renovating. I'm now having it professionally renovated in Texas. The renovation's gonna cost about $110,000, of which I've paid in $75,000. This isn't my smartest purchase in the world, and it definitely is kind of a money pit, but I am really excited for it, and I do think I can recoup some of the cost of this trailer. To make all my money back from the renovation, I would have to rent it out 150 times. I make a lot of money, but I do spend a lot of money. The most expensive thing I bought recently that I don't think was worth it was a Sleep Number mattress. It was $6,000 and I tried it out and didn't like it, so I actually ended up returning it. One expensive thing that I did buy recently that was completely worth it was my first class flight from Atlanta to Cape Town. That was $6,000 and it was so well worth it. A smaller purchase that I don't find to be worth it is Amazon Prime. I know everyone loves it, but I don't really like ordering things online. A little purchase that was really worth it to me was my daily planner. I do a lot of things in a day and my mind is going a mile a minute. This planner starts every day asking me what I'm grateful for. That has been so grounding for me because I definitely do think I used to get caught up in wanting more and more and more financial financially. You could make $1 million and okay, the next year you want to make $2 million. Nothing's ever gonna feel enough. A lot of people know I have a twin sister, Shelby, that makes YouTube videos, and you might have seen she last year made double what I made. A question that I get asked a lot is, am I jealous of her? Sure, I was a bit jealous for a little while, but honestly, I have everything in life that I could possibly want. It's kind of hard to be jealous when I am so fortunate myself.